Good morning, amazing people. How are we? Happy Sunday. So, I want to get into it, right? A lot of the times people don't understand the difference between business credit, business funding, and what's beneficial to both. What are the pros and the cons? That's what this video is going to be about. So, if you find this video beneficial, like, subscribe, and comment, right? And if you're someone that's looking for business credit and funding, I am your gal, Mrs. Cash Flows, on all platforms. Leave a comment and I will follow up with you. But today I want to go over just the tutorial between the two, right? When I meet people and I speak to people that are being introduced to business funding, a lot of people will say, I don't need it, right? Why are you saying you don't need it? Because you're thinking to yourself, I don't need a loan right now. Business credit is very different from personal credit. I really need to make that known right up front. What do I mean? We like to use personal credit only when we need it, or go out for a loan when we need it, like home repairs or a home loan or getting a new automobile. It shouldn't be that way. This should be a part of your business. If you're in business, you need to start building business credit early, as early as possible. I don't care if you have a day-old LLC. You need to start building business credit. Anyone that's smart and that's a savvy business person, any and everyone that you know that reach like high levels of success beyond our comprehension, they leverage credit to do it. They leverage assets to do it. You do not want to get to the point or in a place in your business where you are in need of business funding and you have to use your personal credit. That's what happened to me. So the purpose and the intents and purposes of building business credit so you can have it before you need it, okay? Because banks will not give you money when it appears you need it. And here's the reason a lot of people lose their shirt in business is because they didn't build business credit in the first place, because you didn't think you needed it. So now you find, let me set up a scenario. All right, so Sarah started, let's just say, an Airbnb business. All right. You know what? Let's not even say Sarah. It's actually me. So I started my home health. I started my Airbnb business, right? And I was killing it for 5 years consecutively, over six figures, multiple six figures, killing it. I scaled up to 14 units in multiple states. I'm killing it. Cash heavy business. I have high personal credit card limits because I had an 815 credit score. I also owned real estate. So I was killing it. I was actually a banker's dream. So 5 years come, all of a sudden, I hit a bump in the road. The bump in the road was the competition came. Saunders, look them up. When I was doing short-term rentals and was on Airbnb platforms, it was known as a blue ocean. No one was there. There was no competition. The luxury buildings that actually allowed me to release their units, they weren't even hipped up on Airbnb. So now fast forward 5 years later into the industry, REITs, hedge funds, people with a lot of money, they're coming into the market. They came in and they did to professional hosts like myself what Walmart did to Kmart. Walmart, if you don't know the story, look it up. Walmart, when they first came and started to scale and expand, they strategically placed a Walmart right next to a Kmart, like strategically. And when they did that, they had a formula in place where they were able to use credit and leverage credit. Walmart has the biggest lines of credit. Walmart get things on credit, put it on the shelves, and we as customers and consumers pay the credit debt. So Kmart wasn't using that strategy, and what did that allow Walmart to do? They were able to drive their prices down so low, they called it predatory pricing, to the point where Walmart couldn't compete. And that's exactly what Saunders did to us. They came into big markets like Chicago, where I was located, California, New Orleans, where Airbnb was popular. And they set up big buildings, beautiful buildings, gutted them out. Now they own the property. So here it is, they own 20, 25 unit mini hotels, and they're able to drive their prices down, not at $350 a night like we were charging in Chicago, but literally like $150, $175 a night. And I literally went 4 months without any bookings, and I didn't know what hit me. When that happened, what do we do as business owners? We quite naturally go to our personal credit because we didn't build any business credit to begin with. Can you imagine where I would be had I started building business credit? Hence, my mentor did tell me to start doing it. I didn't listen because I felt like many of you, I don't need business credit. I'm cool. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to owe anybody. I want to just grind this thing out and let this thing fund itself. Not smart. Had I built business credit with almost $1 million in net worth of real estate that I owned at the time, and I had cash flow up the woozow, I'm bringing in 200, 250, 300K consistently, cash flowing through banks with high credit card limits with a credit score at 815, I literally could have gotten $1 million line of credit with no problem. So when I would have ran into my issue, guess what I could have done? Had I been set up and structured out properly and totally separated my business from myself, I could have bankrupted that business. Had I been set up and structured properly, bankrupted that business, move forward with the business credit and funding that I had, and set up shop somewhere else in another industry. That is the difference from using your personal credit and your business credit. I just needed to get that out of the way. So stop looking at at business funding as though it's something you need. You need to start building it in order for your business to be a standalone entity. And then know the difference between a business loan and business credit cards. So when you come to me and you're like, hey, here's the average rate. Okay, so how much funding do you need? About $25,000. What do you want to do with it? I don't know. That's another thing. Do not get business credit or funding or a loan and you don't have a real clear plan for it. Don't speculate. When you get monies from a bank for your business, it is not forgivable. If you're late, it's not like personal credit. It's over with. Especially if you're just building business credit and you have late payments and you're just unable to satisfy the deal. It's not smart. My advice is to understand what a business loan is and understand the type of funding that I like to provide clients. So with my clients, I like to get you 0% interest funding, which are 0% interest credit cards to start, and business lines of credit if your business is at least 2 years old. Why? This will allow you to just be charged and start making payments back on the monies that you receive or the monies that you use. So if you go out and you're building business credit, does that make sense? Instead of one loan, you can go out and get multiple business credit cards as a brand new LLC, a 2-day-old LLC, and get anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 in 0% interest. But the caveat is your personal credit profile must be in order, structured, and optimized. Next, probably sometime this week, I'll drop another video explaining what your personal credit profile should look like. But one of these videos here already have it. So just take a look at my page and you'll find a lot of information that is helpful and useful and needed as an entrepreneur, okay? So receiving 0% interest credit card, now you have 5-6 lines of healthy credit that you're using and paying. You're making your business credible and you're building business credit. Now, if you want to expand or you want to make a move, you can use a chunk of the credit to do so safely, separate of your personal credit. So you use your personal credit to PG the funding. So you're leveraging. That's what that means. You're going to leverage your personal credit in order to be approved for business funding, okay? Protecting your personal credit profile, when your business does get in trouble, you can go out and leverage your personal credit for more business credit and have that debt report to your business instead of your personal credit. Okay? When you get a loan, the clock is ticking. So if I go out and I do get a client a $25,000 loan, he has no concept or reason what to do with the money. The money is just sitting there and then he's just chipping away. But guess what? Within 30 days of receiving the loan, your payment is due. But have you done anything with that loan in order to create a stream of income that's going to pay that debt down? Most of the time you do not. That's another thing I need you guys to understand. Do not obtain monies from a bank, especially if you're building business credit for the first time. You don't have a plan for it, and then you use it and you don't make good on it. Not good. Have a plan, have a mentor, get the money, build it up. This is why I like business credit cards and business lines of credit, because it can sit dormant until you're ready to use it. All right? You need to be seeking knowledge all the time. As an entrepreneur, our job is to be the visionary, the person that brings in money, be creative in how can we make this business more profitable than what it is. Trust me, one of your best tools as an entrepreneur will be business credit and funding. The bank is your business partner. All right. So you want to do good. You want to make good. You want to make smart, wise choices so they'll give you more money so you can grow even bigger in a company. Do not dump money in a failing business. That's another thing I would like to point out to you guys. A lot of the times we think we understand what's going on, but we really don't. If your business is failing like mine was when I found that the competition came in and I just couldn't compete, I was supposed to walk away. I wasn't intelligent enough to do that. Why? Because I wasn't in a right company with the right mentorship to guide me in the correct fashion. This is why mentorship is utterly important. If you are in business, you should always have a mentor. Always be in mentorship. Why? Because you're always learning and you're getting better. You're locked in. You're not a solopreneur. You're part of a community. You actually have somewhere or someone to reach out to when you do hit a bump in the road. I hope this makes sense. So guys, I want to wrap this up. I didn't want to make this video too long. Just to recap everything, the pros of business credit is you can get 0% interest credit up to 20 months. All right. A lot of the times they always extend, they have other promotions to extend the 0% interest period, right? Getting business credit cards and business lines of credit will allow you to be extended a line, but then as you use it and pay it down, you can grow that line beyond what it is. That is a pro. A con for business credit cards, my opinion, is using it up because you're abusing it because you feel like you're rich and now you're over leveraged. Now you have too much credit and now you don't have anything coming in to pay that debt down. A rule of thumb to be on the safe side, never use more credit than needed. Never use more credit than what the asset you're purchasing or the income generating product that you're going to purchase, it should pay that debt down. For instance, I'll give you an example. If I was going into the Airbnb business, I got awarded a $25,000 0% interest credit card. I can take $10,000, go get a 2-bedroom Airbnb, fix it up. The income will start generating and paying that debt down. Here's another pro to business credit cards. You can max it out and it will not harm you at all. High credit card utilization is not a factor on the business side. A lot of things aren't a factor on the business side like it is on the personal side. You don't need to be worried about that 30% cap. They don't care. The only factor or the only thing that is 100% highly important on the business side is that you pay your bills on time. If you have a late payment or two, you are dead trying to get more business credit and funding. It is not easy or impossible, or I never met anyone, maybe one or two people who were able to get late payments and derogatories removed off their business credit profile. And again, if you're someone that knows how to do that, I want to meet you. Because a lot of people are stuck with derogatories and they have to just start a whole new business because that business isn't trusted anymore. Okay, so that's another pro. Pay your bills on time. High credit card utilization is not a factor. Another pro to having business credit is they give you higher credit card limits, 3 to 5 times higher limits than the higher credit cards on your personal credit. okay? So if you have a $10,000 credit card on your personal side, let's just say 5,000, you can get anywhere from approved for anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 business credit card. Amazing. All right. Once again, do not buy anything with the credit that isn't going to be enough, generate enough income where you can profit and it will also pay the debt down. I hope that makes sense. So think about that. Do not take $50,000 of business credit cards and go dump it all in a fix and flip and you don't know what you're doing. I highly recommend you don't do that. Now, I can see if you've been in a fix and flip game for 10, 15, 20 years and you're experienced, okay? Now you're probably someone that can take that risk. But don't go and take your business credit and go get with someone and your first fix and flip of your lifetime, you're going to dump and risk all the business credit that you have. You're dead. Another pro for business credit is when you max out the card, you're only required to pay 1%, your minimum payment, 1% of the debt that's on the credit card. What does that mean, Akila? So if I have a $10,000 credit card, 0% interest up to 12 months, I have 12 months before interest rates are going to start applying, right? So if I max the $10,000 out because I went and got an Airbnb unit, I will just be required to pay $100. That's huge. That gives you time. This is why I love credit cards. That gives you time to set up your Airbnb business, make it profitable. Typically, a lot of the costs, not typically, if you really know what you're doing, with Airbnb, those are pass-through costs. So you really have no overhead. You pass through the cleaning costs to the what do we call them? To the guest. You towel cleanings, a management fee, a percentage fee for shampoos and things like that. You can structure that into the guest cost and you're just straight profit, okay? That will give you time. You'll have that $10,000 credit card paid off in 2, 3, 4 months tops if you did it in the correct fashion, okay? But definitely you'll have it done or paid off within 12 months. Think about it. That's just $1,000. That's less than $1,000 a month, right? To pay it down. I think that's huge. Now, business loans. Now, the benefit to a business loan is the fact that your business was approved for a loan, especially make sure that it's reporting to your business credit report in order for it to be beneficial. So for me, a business loan is important because it's mixing up the type of credit that you have. I would say in the beginning, so you could get multiple lines of business credit, a healthy business credit profile, you should start out with business credit cards and business lines of credit and then add in a loan or two, okay? But the loan is just saying that you got a loan from a financial institution and it just looks good. It's mixing up the type of credit. Okay, the same thing. And that could be a business loan for capital, anything, any type of business loan to get restaurant equipment or anything like that, or a car in your business name. That looks good. I hope this video will serve you well. So, ask questions. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to start coming here more and more often. Definitely every Sunday I will be here. And I want to understand what you need. So make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe and share this channel. Happy Sunday, guys. Be amazing. Be great. Get funded.